Welcome, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are listening to me from. Thank you for watching all our videos. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. We appreciate you. Honestly, we appreciate you. And if you're new here, we're happy you find us. Please do not forget to hit on that notification button. Do not forget to hit on that notification button so that you will not miss out on our next and upcoming videos.
Bọ̀ǹgbà tí wọ́n ń ṣe ìka ńláńlá tó ń dun ẹni yẹn tí gbogbo àtàkẹ́ tó ń da lóró wọ́n ti wá sọ di àgékù ẹjọ́ gbogbo wọn wá kankan ṣe sí. Ẹ wo Naira Marley náà gbogbo wọn fi sọ dìde ó god wá jáde kẹsọ pé Naira kò tiẹ̀ jẹ́ update lásán kẹsọ pé Naira Marley asọ́rí o àmọ́ gbogbo ṣe rí nìyẹn ẹ̀yin èèyàn ẹjọ́ o. Ẹ bá wa lọ follow Naira Marley ẹjọ́ ẹ ṣe báyìí wọn ní ṣe kódà ká máa ṣe wà báyìí ká máa ṣe ká ẹ wo gbogbo nǹkan tó wá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí gbogbo wọn wá dákẹ́ wọn wá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé wọn mọ̀ ẹ dẹ̀ mú ọmọ ọlọ́mọ ẹ cancel ẹ mú kàárẹ̀ ẹ bàjẹ́ máa dúró owó tọmọ yẹn ti máa lose ẹ mọ gbogbo nǹkan tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sọmọ yẹn tọmọ yẹn díje pé ẹ tó jẹ́ tí ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ ni tí ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ síta tẹ́lẹ̀ fẹ́ máa pa àwọn èèyàn sáyé.
Kọ́lá mo lè bá yín sọ fún yín pọ̀ my free kini free pọ̀ people yẹn mọ̀ pa ẹ̀. Because ẹni tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ parẹ́ náà máa parẹ́ ẹ ṣáà gbọ́kọ̀ tí prince sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn ẹni tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ parẹ́ náà máa parẹ́.
Kódà ká máa ṣe kà fúnra ojú báyìí náà dẹ̀ la máa ń bá ń dìgì ní ẹ̀ ní ráúsá kó ṣerú ẹ̀ láìla kó sí bí ẹni ẹ lè ṣe hùwà burúkú wọ́n lè máa lọ sọ lẹ́yìn wọ́n lè máa bá wí lẹ́yìn lè rí wọn kán gbéra wọn wá síta kán wá ṣe kà fúnra wọn. Same thing Igbo ó ṣe jẹ́ pàwọ́ Yorùbá yìí la máa ń ṣe àdúró kà ìfà wá. Gbogbo wọn sì ń pé ìyá aláṣọ ó ń ṣépè fọmọ ṣé àwọn ń kọ́ ìgbà tó ń ṣépè fọmọ ẹ gbogbo wọn ṣáà wà láyé ẹ̀sán kankan tó sì máa gbé ṣépè everyday kò sí ọ̀kan tó tó ìjágbàlagbà even nínú industry wọn yẹ kó tiẹ̀ jáde jọ́kọ̀ pé ẹjọ́ gbogbo nǹkan kíkọ tí ó bá ṣe gbogbo yẹn dákẹ́ ẹjọ́ ẹ̀fọ́bìnrin sílẹ̀ ó ti tó ó sì kọ́nù wọn kódà ká máa ṣe wọn káwa kódà jẹ́ ká máa ní ẹ̀rọ lóye wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ jẹ́ ká ronú ìka ká ṣe fúnra wa ìkó pé àwọn ọmọ wa wá rí gbogbo kíní ilé ọmọ àbí yóò gbà kí tí wọn fẹ́ fi sílẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ wa torí Ọlọ́run ojú gan tìyàn láti máa jẹ́ pé yóò bá ní wá kí ló dé ẹ jẹ́ ká jáde ká fẹnu tún Naira Marley ṣe ẹ jẹ́ ká jáde kí ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà jáde kẹ Lizzy Anjorin kẹ sọ pé ìjọ má bínú gbogbo nǹkan kí nǹkan tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ̀yin èèyàn ẹjọ́ ó ti tó kẹ́tì ẹ̀ pẹ̀tù sínú bóyá yẹn lásán àfún ní sùúrù bó ti rọ́ àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ dákẹ́dẹ̀ ń wó kí nǹkan máa bàjẹ́.
afẹ́jẹ́ ká aago 6 lù ní aago 7 lù ṣẹ́wọ̀n pé ká tó wá ṣe dá padà fún 7 days àwọn èèyàn ti rẹ́dì abẹ́ẹ̀ká a máa ṣe dá padà o.
ó burú ìjà ẹ ṣe gan nǹkan tí mo ní kí n kàn sọ nìyẹn.
Okay, thank you ma. Thank you ma.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mà àǹtí àmọ̀rẹ́ ẹjọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ń bọ́ stress point ní tán sọ̀rọ̀ tán yẹn.
Mo bọ̀ máa bọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ bọ̀ máa ẹ má bàbá ẹ bá wa pàtàkì kó wọ́n ti ń ìtẹ̀wọ̀n dàgbà lọ́dọ̀ ẹjọ́ àpàtà ẹ má bí ẹ bá wọlé ìṣ lélẹ̀ nítorí ìṣ lórúkọ wọn ẹ bá mi kí wọn happy birthday is one of àwọn tó ń jà fún justice J4M tẹ bá ṣe ń wọlé ẹ máa kí wọn happy birthday lẹ́yìn eléyìí a máa gbé fọ́tò Lizzy Anjorin sí ìwọ tó bá jẹ́ olólùfẹ́ Lizzy Anjorin ó jẹ́ àdúrà ni kò wá so that bọ́ ẹ̀yin mi nígbà call ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ṣe call ẹ má bínú mi nílé gbà call orí TikTok ni because mi ò ní ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ lọ títí call lélẹ̀ àní lè máa dún ṣó ti yé yín so àdúrà tẹ́ máa kó wa ó ní ọjọ́ 7 náà fún pé so tó bá jọjọ́ 7 lórí rẹ̀ àlàyé wọ́n ní pé á jẹ́ pé àwọn ò sin Ọlọ́run mọ́ so ó dẹ̀ kó ọjọ́ 7 yẹn mọ̀ 6 bá ti lù ọjọ́ 7 yẹn ti pé nìyẹn òun la ṣe ń dúró so tó bá ti pé a máa change ẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ so ti yé yín pé Muhammadi ṣé wọ́n máa ń fún ọlọ́jọ́ 7 ni ó yá mọ́mì mi ẹ máa gó ọmọ.
Yeah, initially èmi náà máa rò pé wọn ò mọ òótọ́ but pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan tó jáde ń sìn ó wá jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ pé no, this thing was pre-planned.
Ọlọ́run.
Tẹ́ bá rántí nígbà yẹn tí àbúrò mi very dark man tó shift attention wá sí pé àwọn tó wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ 24 hours 48 hours to his spy pé àkílẹ̀ tí wọ́n lọ mú wọn tó jẹ́ Naira Marley tí gbogbo èèyàn náà jẹ́ ètè òpá ó tọ́ mà ní. Ṣé ẹ rántí pé Ìyábọ̀ wá ṣe ìjáde wá ní ṣé Naira Marley yẹn kọ́ ni tó drug àwọn ọmọ òun ó ṣe àwọn wá gbogbo ọ̀nà tó máa fi ní ìlọmọ yẹn. Ìgbà yẹn mo ti wò pé no. She knows what she's doing from the beginning. Ọkọ fẹ́ ní ìlọmọ yẹn ni. Pé wọn mọ̀ tọ́ yẹn irọ́ ni. They knows what they are doing. Láàárín ọ̀sẹ̀ mélòó láti sáré dá group lẹ̀ láti sọ àti ilẹ̀ láti sọ pé láti ń pariwo negative us.
Ẹ̀bí kò people wọ́n ti máa fi orúkọ ẹni tó fẹ́ parẹ́ nílé àlàyé wọ́n ti máa fi sí.
It's pre-planned. Wọ́n mọ̀ tọ́ ìgbà yẹn inú bí pé àwọn èèyàn ti ń shift attention kúrò lọ́dọ̀ Naira Marley ó tún sáré wá ìwèrè tó jẹ́ pé ṣé Naira Marley yẹn tó ń fún ọmọ òun drug mo rò pé why you just saying that now kílé tó sọ láti jọjọ ó ṣe jẹ́ ìgbà tí nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ ló ṣe mọ̀ pọ̀ ń fún ọmọ ẹ̀ ó ṣe lọ report that lady is just evil. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ ṣe àṣírí ẹ̀ tí
ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá support kí n lo Naira Marley àti Lizzy ẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣe yẹ́sẹ̀ lórí Facebook so àmàlí lọ má jẹ together. Oya Ramsey before Pastor Funke Ramsey.
Thank you very much, Auntie Amori. I'm sorry I can't speak here. You very well.
No problem, we are here.
Pardon me.
No problem.
So I think that's what I said yesterday, and to buttress some of the things that people have said today, you would see, and I think I was on the show where somebody said, "Oh, if not for a certain individual, they wouldn't have." Exhumed the corpse of Mohbad from the ground. And when the person said so because of that, we should say thank you to the person. Because if they had actually buried him the way they buried him, we won't be having some of these discussions today. Yes, my question is this. At the point where Baba Mohbad went to the police station to get the death certificate from the police station, which he actually needs to be able to go to the mortuary or the morgue to be able to deposit the body. The police didn't give him that report. At that point in time, they had gotten to the hospital where they took Mohbad to and he was brought in dead. I heard, I'm not sure how true it is, that they gave a doctor's report to one of the family members, which would have been what they would have used to go to the police to get that police report. But none was given to him, which means access to depositing the body in the mortuary was denied. In that instance, there's nothing you can do. If the report you need to take to the mortuary was not given to you, in essence, what happens? The only other alternative you have is to bury the body. You can't keep the body alive. The poor man did that, buried the son to cover him. It was in that instance or before that the issue of this 2 million was transferred to him, saying that they wanted him as solidarity call, whatever it is that they called it. It was after that this issue of Naira Marley's video started flying up and down. Oh, he bullied, and everybody started pinning that issue on Naira Marley. Somebody woke up from nowhere and said, oh, they need to exhume the body and they need to do proper investigation on that body. At that point, when that announcement was made, a lot of things had already been planned and executed. They already knew how they were going to spin the narrative and how they were going to control the minds of people through the blogs. It's a network. Everybody has a part to play in it. You would see that one of the person that was on that group chat, they said is a PRO to Davido, which means somebody that manages public image, that manage perception of how you see things. Such a person would have access to blogs, have access to even intelligence in this country. For you to say you are a PRO to a big star. So at that point in time, every plan had already been executed, which was why it was easy for them to be able to get that report that allowed them to be able to exhume Mohbad's body from the ground again. You know, the only thing that came to them as a surprise within all the plan they executed was that factor of VDM. They never expected that. That was a surprise for them. They never anticipated that somebody would come out, raise very valid points, and people would listen. And so when VDM came out and started raising some points and people started listening to him, you know, people that were very smart or knowledgeable or wise started listening. Okay, this is true. There is another side to it. You know, let's not just look at this particular direction. Let's look at other direction to it. There was a need for them to quickly discredit him. And that was why that nude video was brought out by Gistlover and by all those that planned it. Because the only way to be able to discredit people, somebody that you don't know, but you see that he's saying something, is to bring out something bad, to stain the image of the person so that people will not even listen to him again and say, okay, who's this one? You that your nude is out, you that you're selling your nude, you that you're doing all sorts of things. How can you be saying, in fact, you're not serious? That was the plan with the nude. Unfortunately, let's say maybe God just wanted that particular part of VDM not to be nullified or cancelled. That made people still listen to him irrespective of that nude that they brought out. When they realized that the nude did not do the job, that was when the second plan of silencing him by taking him out of the picture for a month or so that by that time, people would not even begin to think again. They would continue to push the narrative that they're pushing, and people's mind again would turn towards their direction. It was a planned thing. Now, for those that are saying that why are people not stepping out to talk? If you're to be a celebrity, and you know, because these celebrities, they also have access to information. They talk behind the scene. If you're to know or to perceive that it's a network of people, would you want to come out and put your neck on the line when you know that your means of livelihood will be at stake? Everybody will, push back. And that was what happened in the case of Lizzie Anjorin and the case of VDM. And even Naira Marley. Nobody wanted to take the fall because they know that if they talk, they will turn on them. They will not be spared. It's what he called organized network. And either we like it or not, let's understand that there is money in blackmail business. There's money in blackmail business. If you suffered for your money, the way you spend it will be different from somebody who makes money through blackmail. Because they know that they have many victims that they can always extort. I don't know where I came across the video where Lizzie was saying that she was asked to bring 100 million for that matter to die down. If somebody is asking for a single matter and they're asking for 100 million, think about multiple other people that are falling victim and you've paid for it. Think about it. And don't forget that all these other tiny blogs, all the other people that are gang fighting, because they see that there is money being shared. Some people are bought by their conscience, while some people are bought by money. When you see people gang fighting or joining a crowd, it's two things that they are looking out for. If it's not money, they are also looking for how to build fame also through those people. Not because they don't know that these people are innocent, but because of their own selfish interest, selfish agenda of what they came to do. They won't raise their voice to fight for such people, the people that are innocent, but rather they would fight for their own selfish interest, which is, okay, if they would also share money, let me be part of the people that are sharing money too. Or if not, let me also build followers through these people because they are getting a lot of crowd. So I don't think I want to blame anybody, Oriyomi, whatever everybody have said. Nobody wants to be a victim of network of blackmailers. You saw the chat VDM posted today, where a celebrity with a name was saying that, oh, somebody is receiving protection. Let's destroy all their sponsors. Even in a civilized country where a criminal is caught with a modern weapon, the person is not condemned yet until proven guilty. The person would have access to a lawyer if he cannot afford one. They will give him state counsel to defend him. Everything that he would need to prove his innocence, they will give him that opportunity to prove himself. That's what you call fair hearing. But when a celebrity is saying, no, people are sponsoring or behind somebody that you want to nail, and the next thing you want to do is to start blackmailing those people, threatening them so that they back off. What you're literally saying is that you want to condemn the person to death without giving the person the opportunity to defend his or herself. Mm-hmm. That's no longer justice. That's no longer justice, because when you want to talk about justice, there must be fair hearing where you give the other side the opportunity to defend his or herself, and then you make your conclusion. But in the instance where you don't want the other side to have the opportunity, and those that are willing to support and assist the person, you're ready to destroy them or scare them to back off, you're not fighting for justice at this point in time. You are fighting to ensure that whatever evil or vindictive agenda you have towards that person must come to reality, irrespective of whatever is at stake, whoever that has to go down. So when you talk about celebrities moving back, not because they know, but nobody wants to be in this sort of bullying, sort of blackmail. Remember that we are humans, we are not perfect. We all have skeletons in our cupboard. Do you know how many skeletons of some of these celebrities that these people have that are using over them to say, if you talk, this is what we have on you? So I'll just say that focus on all the people that should have spoken, not on those that are bent on perpetrating evil for personal agenda, for personal gratification, for personal reward. Those are the people that we should be talking about and talking against. Leave other celebrities. Nobody wants to bear somebody else's cross. Nobody. Even Jesus, when he was going on the cross, did anybody bear his cross? He bared it alone. All his disciples, I'm not for the non-Christian, I'm just giving an example. All his disciples, they all backed away for fear of their own life. That's what is also playing out for a lot of all these celebrities that you see that know the truth but cannot come out and speak out of fear that they want to be also another object of victimization and blackmail. I'm so happy that VDM has decided to take on this particular cause, because as much as we see him come online to talk, it's not easy. I can't imagine the amount of telephone calls. I can't imagine the amount of threats. I can't imagine the amount of people that have used to stop him from bringing out this evidence. I can't imagine. And if something is very clear that I know of somebody with kind of evidence that VDM is bringing out, if I know at least from those groups, I don't know about so many of those people in those groups, but I know of Iyabo Ojo. If anything VDM has said is contrary to what is really playing out, I know of one thing, she will come out to defend herself, but she's very less. I'm just surprised that was so good. She only did right up, and she said she was not going to say any other thing again on this matter. For me, that felt like defeat. It felt like defeat, like where you know that to an extent you have no safe haven, you have no anchor, you have nowhere to run to. Rather, you are saying, oh, you walk away with the gravity of accusations that has been levied. I would expect more response from her than what she has put out. And not saying that, oh, she's not going to say anything on this matter further again. That's not who I know. That's not who I know. That's not the person I've profiled her to be. She has spoken in cases where it was not even her that was the subject of accusation. She has been vocal in the case of Babaisha. She's been vocal in the case of Mova. She's been vocal in so many other cases. That has to do with people that were not even people that were not even related to her. How much this one that the accusation is being levied against her. I would expect more response, and I would expect her to be more vocal than what I'm seeing. Except if this is something she already knew was going to occur, and she didn't have any other choice but to succumb to it. And allow this to happen because the evidence against her is way too heavy for her to even make any protest. And the only thing she can do right now is leave it for those that love her to fight her battle without her coming out to debunk anything. That's what I'm seeing